جمال الوجود بذكر الإله وتصفو الحياة بنور هداه. جمال الوجود بذكر الإله.
Salam, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great Ramadan. So today I have Umunyasa with me, and we're here to do this video to talk about Ramadan and what Ramadan. I give a more broad understanding of what it is, because I see that there's a lot of misconception, not just like social media, but even like at work. Like when people ask me about it, like I know when people ask you about it, they be like, hey, what's that? What's that? What y'all do in Ramadan? Like, oh, so y'all just starve all month, y'all don't eat?
Or don't know how to say it right.
But anyways, we're just here to talk about what Ramadan really is. You know, like what the purpose of it is, what you gain from it, why we do it. So yeah, so we can just hop right in. So Umar, I just wanted to ask you before we get started, like how's Ramadan going for you so far?
So for me, Ramadan is actually going really good. This is one of my favorite months of the year because it's very peaceful. You know, you get to kind of like shut everything out that you typically do on a day-to-day basis, and you kind of just focus on your creator and you focus on yourself. So it's really going good for me.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. My Ramadan is going great. I ain't gonna hold you. The other day my throat did hit a little but I was okay though. I thugged it out, and I'm like, I know Allah's gonna repay me even more for not breaking my fast just because of that little bit. It was really hard. I was at work. Yeah. Everybody kept talking. I'm like, oh.
I mean, the first day for me kind of went really easy.
The first couple days was cool. It'd be that third, fourth day to just be like, all right, now I gotta ease into this. But you know, alhamdulillah, God is good and He had us. So yeah. Anyways, so for my first topic, I just want to name a couple of misconceptions of fasting for the holy month. So some of them that we be hearing is like, we don't eat all month and
we starve ourselves. Like,
they got one to say it's really hard and we hate it, you know,
about not eating. Like, do we just go the whole day and not eat, or do we just not eat the whole month?
And then they think that's what the month is only about, is just not eating. There's one that says we can drink water. Misconception.
Can you chew gum?
Yep. It makes no sense. Is the one we always hear though.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the misconceptions is just based off of not being knowledgeable.
Educated. As Muslims, we should educate the people who ask these questions. Don't let them just go what they thinking. Like, let's talk to them about it. You never know who might want to, you know, because they kind of make Islam look like, not even Islam, be a Muslim. They make it look like such an oppressing religion when it's really not. It's more liberating than it is. Matter of fact, it's not oppressive at all. I feel the most free as a Muslim woman, alhamdulillah.
So it's just like, you know, on your day-to-day basis, like on your day-to-day activities, when you come across people who have misconceptions, right, don't shun them, don't belittle them, you know, just educate them, because that is our job as Muslims, is to be educating and to also teach people about what we are and who we are as Muslims, and more so not just trying to force the religion on them, because that's what makes it seem oppressing, is because the cultural, with us having cultural backgrounds, we kind of have the two that tie in together. So you have to be able to distinguish between the two.
Definitely. So, it's not, be a Muslim, you can be a Muslim as anything. You don't have to be African. You don't have to be, you know, Arabian. You don't have to be, what's the other one? You don't have to be like the common Muslim. Yeah. You don't have to be a certain, you know, ethnicity. You don't have to be a certain ethnicity. Muslim, we're all Muslim. If I see an Arabian, I would say Salam Alaikum if they got a hijab on, or if they're claiming as a Muslim, because we're all one. We all came from,
you know, you just have to carry yourself as a Muslim, and carrying yourself as a Muslim is being clean, being nice, speaking truth, just having a positive demeanor, and always carrying yourself in a way that people are gonna know that she's a Muslim. She carries her. You might necessarily not even cover your hair, because we do have a lot of people don't. We have a lot of people in our religion who don't cover their hair.
I'm a new hijabi. You feel me? Like, I just started getting into the vibes, and it's very much giving. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
I don't cover 100%, and it doesn't make me any less of a Muslim than I am. Once I get to that path, everybody has their own. It's in
your heart.
Everybody has their own time. Everybody has their divine timing. So once you know the time is right for you, you go ahead and do that. One thing, another misconception is you have to be obliged to cover your hair. Once you decide that you're ready to fulfill that journey with you and Allah, that's when you can go ahead and decide to, you know, take that path on and cover your hair. But don't let nobody force you into it if it's not something that is coming from you.
Because yeah, it won't be genuine. Like I said, well, piggybacking on what she said, it is a choice. Islam and being Muslim is not compulsory. It is a choice. As far as me covering my hair and stuff, that was my own personal journey. I'm going to give y'all a video where I really dig into that, you know, so I won't dig too deep into it today because today we're here to talk about Ramadan. So, yes, make sure y'all tune in for the hijab video, though, because that's coming real soon. The next topic is, what is Ramadan actually about? So, number one, worshiping our Creator. Ramadan is about, like, first and foremost, you can't even fast or do anything Islamic without worshiping your Creator. You know, this is part of our pillars of Islam. You have to fast the holy month. I know other religions kind of have fasting in their own way. It's really all the same with the fasting, but in our religion, it is obligatory. Like it's mandatory. You have to fast the holy month of Ramadan. No ifs, ands, or buts. The only ifs, ands, or buts are if you're pregnant, if you're sick, and what was the other one? I think that was all of them for real.
Yeah, just being sick.
If you're breastfeeding, I think they say it's optional. Only Allah knows with that one. I'm gonna just, you know, that's more research. But I think they say if you breastfeed, traveling, you have the option not to fast while during the travel. When you get to wherever you're getting, you better start.
But when you do, like, you know, don't fulfill those days, you are obliged and it is obligated to pay those days back mandatory before the next Ramadan reaches. So.
Yep. So let me.
Another one is being humble before our Creator. So that goes just back to your demeanor as a Muslim, being humble, carrying yourself in a manner that is always, you know, fulfilling your duties as a Muslim to the point where it goes back into the big umbrella of worshiping. And everything that we do as Muslims on this earth is to worship Allah, whether it be the people that we talk to on a day-to-day basis, the knowledge that we spread, the covering of our hairs, the knowledge that we spread, the covering of our hairs, the foods that we eat. All of that just ties back into worshiping Allah. So that goes forth to.
And you have to be real humble this month. Like, you can't be, you know, on the norm. Ramadan is literally about fasting from the things that are permissible for us. So if it's permissible for us, you can't do what's permissible. Like, for example, it's permissible to eat, it's permissible to drink. However, on this month, we eat at a certain time. It is not permissible for us in certain hours, which is sun down. What is it?
Sunset.
Sun up to sundown.
Sunrise to
sundown. Sunrise to sundown. That's why we can't say it, but we know how to do it. It's just basically before the sun comes up, Fajr, like the sun comes up around, like right now I think it's like 6:30ish. Yeah. 6:30ish. So around 6:30ish is when the fast starts, and it ends around when the sun sets, which is right now in Cincinnati like 7:50, 8 o'clock ish. Yeah. So
and also another thing is when we fast, it's not just a food fast. When you're fasting spiritually, you're fasting mentally, you're fasting physically. Like your whole body, your whole aura is fasting, and it's the reason why we're fasting is
humbling ourselves before our Creator. Because you know what? You're so hard to know what you're really grateful for sometimes when you have those things all the time, you don't really know. Like, if you really think about it, I heard someone once say, when you try to sit down and thank God for everything that you have, you really can't even think of all of it. Yeah. Like, I be in my prayer in there alone. I'm thankful. Thank you so much for even the breath that I have right now to praise you. Thank you for my existence. Thank you and then you got to go into other things. If you have somewhere to live, you're able to drink water every day. You have 2 arms, 2 legs. Some people don't. So just be thankful. And, you know, that's why I say humble yourself this month before your Creator. Like, you don't have anything at all without the man above. You feel me?
Yes.
MashaAllah, alhamdulillah. May Allah continue to bless us. You feel me? I mean. And then the next one is showing patience and gratefulness for things we have every day. So I kind of guess I already went into that topic.
Yeah, being grateful is definitely one, because just the act of being able to wake up, Allah is giving you a chance. Even though Ramadan is a month based on like cleaning your slate and starting off fresh, every day that you wake up and Allah gives you another chance to wake up is another chance to prove to Him why you are grateful for the things that He's provided you with. Just me having these hands and being able to touch certain things, having the eyes that I'm able to see such beautiful things, having the taste buds to taste such a pleasing food, and hearing good sounds, hearing the Quran. Those are all gifts that I was blessed with, and there's people who don't have that. So if you are an individual who is blessed with those things, you should be forever grateful for those things that He has provided you with, and those things that He gifted you with. Just this life that we have, this on this dunya that we're living on, even though that it is a test and it is difficult for some of us, it's still a test. It's still a gift. It is still something that you should be grateful for, because it could be far worse. You know, you could not be here today, and people are like, "Oh my God, if she was here. Oh my God, I wish she was, around me today." You know, so you should always be grateful for everything that you have.
And sis just said it all, so for real, because you just gotta be grateful, because how are you gonna have more life? You really think about it, even in the sense of you may not even be Muslim watching this video, so I can even touch on it for y'all a little bit. Like, when it comes to things that you have in life, do you feel like you have more when you just want, or do you feel like you have enough when you're just grateful? Like, if you really think about it, I know that probably sounded confusing the way I said it, but think about it. For example, like, when you sit here and get a paycheck and you like, dang, this wasn't enough. I already planned that I wanted to buy this, that, and the third. Why are you not just grateful that you got money to survive? It takes away expectations. Expectations is the killer of all dreams. Stop having expectations. What you have is enough, and it's always more than what the next person may have. So just be grateful, because it comes in handy with your own happiness. Because when you set too many expectations, I promise you it will probably fall short every single day. They say if you want to hear a God laugh, tell him you have a plan. Be grateful, be content, because guess what? While you're worried and having anxiety about the future, you're missing the now. Exactly. So always be grateful. It's not just for like what's going on for you, but it's for you too. Like, it's for you to be in a happy state, and it's for you to be in a peaceful state is when you're content and you're grateful for what you have. Even if you only have a piece of gum and a bottle of water, baby, I am grateful for this piece of gum and this bottle of water. Somebody might not have the gum, or they might not have the water. I don't know.
And there's times where it's like we sit and like we're praying for something, constantly praying for something, praying, and it's not, we're not getting it. We're not getting it all. We're just like, Allah, why am I not receiving this? You realize that you cannot get everything that you want in life. But you do realize one thing, that once Allah finally gives it to you, whatever you desired at that moment, when He gives it to you, is because it was the right time and it was the time that you needed it the most. You may be praying for something that you think that you need right now, and it may not be for you. And you tend to be more grateful when He gives it to you at the time that you need it the most, because you be like, oh my God, Allah, I was praying for this like months ago, and it's like maybe I didn't really need it at the time, but now that you're giving it to me, I realize that I really needed it right now more than ever. So just always, take your...
Sure, we all want to go to heaven. It ain't time yet, though.
Take your negative situations and always try to turn them positive when it comes to Allah, because He always, He always knows. Allah knows best, and nothing that He puts in your life is because He doesn't love you or it's not for you. It's because He's protecting you. It's because, that patience is a virtue. That patience that you're showing Him is what's going to give Him that, okay, my worshiper is actually worshiping me. She's doing what I asked her to do. Being patient for the things.
And she's being grateful.
And being grateful.
Patience means sabr. Yeah. So when you have sabr, you have to have sabr. One thing I can say about our religion, alhamdulillah, it really gives us the tools to be at peace. People have this misconception that Islam is oppressing and it's hard, and it keeps you from happiness. But the tools that we're given actually is what keeps us happy. It's actually what keeps us at peace. Like, but if you know,
this life is very hard.
You got religion, you don't got religion. This life is hard. I say religion because Islam, being Muslim, Islam, okay, let me clear this up. Why I keep doing that distinction. Islam is a way of life for everybody, regardless. That's what we believe. Whether you're a Muslim, whether you're not, whether you're whatever. Islam is just a way of life, period. Being Muslim is the religion. So through Islam, we get being Muslim. You know, we get the religion. So yeah, I just wanted to make, they're not the same thing. They're not the same thing.
Anyways, a Muslim is you, the person that is partaking in, you know, uptaking these actions of Islam,
worship.
Worship. So you just have to, this video is not necessarily just for the Muslims, you know, that is the audience, but anybody who is listening to this, whether you be Buddhist, whether you be a Christian, whether you be a Hindu, just understand that when we're speaking, if you think about everything that we're saying, these are necessities.
Take it from a life standpoint.
These are necessities of an everyday life for a typical person. Having patience and worshiping something that you feel like is, you know, higher than us. You know, just having a simple faith in something can keep you going. And the fact that we have Allah as Muslims is what keeps a lot of us going.
Alhamdulillah. You feel me?
Ramadan is about fasting from the things that are halal, to be more aware of all the things that we are allowed to have on the daily. It's also about purifying yourself in every way that you can.
Okay, because you know, Ramadan, Allah tells us that the big, like shaitan, which is evil, big evils that are out to get us are all locked up. So you're more conscious and aware of yourself. Okay, that evil didn't just make me do that misdeed. That sin was all on me. That anger was all on me. How I just went off on my mom, my friend, my brother. How I just acted. That was not God, or that was not shaitan. That was me. So I got to get it together to show you that everything that you do is on you. Ultimately, there are definitely evil spiritual warfare definitely be at play throughout the year. The only month of the year, the holy month of Ramadan, is the only time where they're locked up. So you really got to do that deep soul searching and see what's wrong with you. I don't know about you, sis, but every time Ramadan come around, when I F up, it mean more that I just effed up like that, because like, dang, it's Ramadan. Like, why did I just go off like that? It wasn't nothing else. It was me.
And you got to think about it like this.
I be real repentful during this month.
To make this easier for you is because what I say to myself, you got 12 months in the year, 365 days in the year, and Allah is only asking you for 30 days out of that.
Sometimes not even 30. It's like 29 to 30.
Yeah. But I'm saying it just goes to say that the ratio of what he's asking and what you are provided,
24 hours in a day, and you only have to pray 5 times, which take like 5 minutes each, some of them not even.
You literally are sacrificing 1 month out of 12 months. You're telling me you cannot give Allah that time, then that means you're not grateful for nothing that he's giving you, because it's like, that's being selfish in a way. I provided you with this life, and I'm only asking you to worship me fully, 100, 1,000% for 30 days, and you can't even provide that. I'm going to need you to go reanalyze your life and, you know, look back and self-reflect on yourself like, dang, I have all of this stuff. And the person that I'm worshiping, the reason why I have all of this is because of the entity that I'm worshiping. I can't give him 30 days. That's insane.
And then we call Iman is like your spiritual belief level. Iman kind of like that. Iman, your wealth or whatever. Like, that's literally what Iman means, is wealth. But you know, if you're a Muslim, you don't believe money is wealth. Wealth is your health. Wealth is your mental state. Wealth is how you're living every day. Your Iman. So they say if everything crashes around you, you ain't got no money, you ain't got this. If your wealth is intact, which is your worship, belief in Allah to make everything okay, because that's as wealthy as you can be. At least that's how I see it anyways. So when your Iman is low, which is like your beliefs is low, you can't worship. So of course you can't fast Ramadan. You don't even believe that you're fully going to get what you need to get out of this month. That's a subconscious thing though. Even if you don't want to admit it to yourself, if you are a Muslim anyways. If you are a Muslim and you are aware that you're supposed to be fasting and you don't, know that it's not, something is genuinely wrong. And you should know something is wrong from the jump. If you can't do the fast, something is wrong. And you have to really figure out what it is. Because if you're saying you believe in God and you're a Muslim and you believe in the ways of Islam and you want to go to heaven and whoop-de-woo afterwards, Jannah Firdausi, you have to be fasting, and you have to believe that that fast is helping you to get the mercy of Allah. You have to believe that fast is getting you to the place you want to be in this dunya and the next. Well, not the next, but the next life after dunya. You know, dunya means life. I added up in the box somewhere.
And it's just like, you know, the month of Ramadan can actually, if you actually take on this month and take it seriously, you actually never realize how Allah can change your life around just because of the simple fact you sacrificed this month to worship Him and to show Him. Like, you could be somebody who was sinful throughout all the months of the year, which is okay, and then you decide to, like, all right, hey, let me try to take this month serious. You never really know how Allah is working. Like, He can literally take this month and you fulfilled the whole month and completed all 30 days. He's like, you know what, this person, I see the effort that they're putting in, I'm going to help them make life easier for them.
They say every day a list is being made with the names of those who are being saved from the fire in Ramadan. That's how holy this month is. Like, Allah will give you a clean slate.
He can literally change your whole life around. He who gave us this life, you don't think He can possibly change you, make you do a whole 360? And sometimes y'all see people who are like sinful, right?
Yeah.
The whole year, right? And then out of nowhere, this person comes back as an ibadu.
Like,
you be like,
look at me, y'all.
They be like, wait, what? But you was just, and it's just like, you know what? At that point, you gotta just say, alhamdulillah.
And then let me just say this, like, this video is not to tell you that you're gonna feel like you're doing it perfectly. There is no perfect worshiper. Like, not on this earth anymore anyways. The only person that they said was the perfect worshiper was the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We are never going to be perfect. We're always going to feel like we're not doing enough. But let me tell you something. When you feel like you're not doing enough, as far as worshiping goes, is when you keep getting better. So just always have the intentions of doing it the right way. Have the intentions of doing the most so that you can keep growing. And Allah will see your intentions. Allah knows all of our hearts. Sometimes all the time, more than we do. So just keep that in mind. I feel like a lot of people do have a tendency of downplaying the mercy of Allah. Allah is the most merciful. We say Ar-Rahmani, which means the source of mercy, Ar-Rahim, which means the disposer of that mercy. So always remember, think about it. When you piss your mama off and she forgive you the next day, and they say Allah is the source of mercy, which means He's more merciful than all of us. How? Alrighty. So the next one that we wanted to touch on is this month. I kind of already talked about it just now, but this month, just try to make a true change in yourself. Don't just do it for the month. This month should teach you so much about yourself and what's healthy for you if you really pay attention. So this month, I strongly encourage everyone to try to be a better Muslim. Try to be a better worshiper.
It doesn't have to be this big, drastic, boom change.
Just something small that you feel you can be consistent with, because Allah loves consistency. Anything that you see that you can be consistent with that was better for you this month, that was something that you could do, make that change in life. Don't just do it for the month. Take that with you. And then next Ramadan, you don't have to work on that same thing again. You can find you something different to work on, because that's already part of your schedule. Life hack.
It's baby steps, you know. This life is all about taking baby steps. So that little change that you decide to make is just going to keep tacking on to all the little other changes that you're going to make throughout the year.
Yeah.
Like, you know, yes, this 1 month is very important, but honestly, all 365 days is very important.
Especially because you don't know what day you finna go. You sure you're going to make it to next Ramadan?
Especially if you were granted the opportunity to wake up tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So, you know, take those little signs of Allah speaking to you and use them wisely. Don't just neglect it and be like, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. The next one I want to touch on is giving charity. This month, please, and I cannot stress this enough, please give charity. Don't be selfish with y'all little money. Even if you got to give away $2, you got $1 to your name, give 50 cents to a homeless man, please. Because giving charity, Allah is the one who gives to all of us. So if Allah wanted to, Allah could give to the people who don't have. But He's telling the ones that He is blessing with a little more. He said, give from what I have provided to you. Meaning that we don't even own what we got. The money you got could be gone tomorrow. You don't own it. You can sit here and be like, I don't want to give my money. Watch, I'm about to be broke next week.
The best way to think about it is like this. So Allah put us on this earth to worship. Worshiping is our 9 to 5 daily 24 hour 24/7 job. So when you give charity, that is you fulfilling a part of your responsibility as worshiping Allah. So it's like He can literally take it from us and give it to somebody else if you want to.
And there's many different forms of charity people don't. You don't even have to give money. You can literally give water bottles, food. You can give knowledge. You can teach, volunteer some of your time to something.
A smile.
Like Allah makes it so easy on us. Like it's so many ways to give. You can give when you buy your little siblings food. Can you buy me some food, Umu? Okay, I'll get you a 4 for $4 from McDonald's. That's cool. Oh, it's not McDonald's. They got that at Wendy's or something like that. You can literally give charity. Charity is literally just to give from what Allah has provided to you. And Allah has provided to us so much. So just give whatever you can. Do what you can. Any form of charity is beautiful. And Allah will repay you.
Allah will never give us jobs if He knew we couldn't fulfill them.
Literally.
He gave us all of this in abundance so that we were able to share it with others, especially the people who don't have. That's why we're here. You know, they say in our language that nite garapam, which means the people are the medicines and the cures for other people.
The distress of others.
So just kind of.
Let's think about people when we, let's think about when you're going through it. You know what I'm saying? We've all hit those hard moments where we don't have what we need and we're stressing because things aren't going our way and somebody comes in and be the hero. That's Allah through that person giving you that. Exactly. So remember that when you give and do that, you're not just doing it because you're doing it. You're doing the work of Allah. And you giving somebody else something, not only is Allah providing that person provisions, but He's also giving that person a face and someone amongst themselves to teach them like, okay, well, when I have it like that, I'm going to do that too because someone did it for me. Just remember that you're not only giving the charity, you're also giving the idea and the knowledge in that sense. So you might get blessed twice. Only Allah knows, but I'm pretty sure, nothing you do will be in vain. Allah said, even if you do an atom's weight of good deeds, you will see it. So moving on. So for my next topic, we're just going to get into it for the girlies real quick. How does a typical Ramadan look for a Muslima every year? So a Muslima is just a Muslim woman, y'all. Let's not dig too deep on that. First one is getting closer to God, of course, because as a woman, this month, you can't kiss your man during you fasting from food, but you also fasting from that man too. If you're married, if you're not married, I suggest everybody break up with them little boyfriends and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's not. This is a month where we're fasting from things that are permissible. If you have a boyfriend that's not your husband,
he can wait till after.
He can wait till after the month. Not for real. He really gotta go. Unless he's coming back with the intentions to marry you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
That's what I'm saying. So let me flip that. If you just have a boyfriend who's not boyfriending, like you're not talking about marriage, you're just trying to date me, I'm good, sir, respectfully. Because this month is about me getting closer to my Lord, purifying myself.
And you can wait.
I don't want to die a girlfriend.
You can wait. No, you
I'm
can
sorry.
wait.
You can wait.
He can wait.
He can wait. And if he can't, he ain't for you. Because
and the next one is being the nurturer, feeding your family, and being a part of the setup. So it's the five. So it's like when you're setting up and freeing all of these hungry
almost
people
time to break fast.
After all 12 hours,
feeding your whole family.
After 12 hours,
sis, let me just say something. When I hear them dishes, when I used to hear them dishes, like everybody getting a cup, used to haunt me, and like I'm like, dang. Tomorrow I'm about to have to wash. Everybody coming over, I'm about to have to wash all these dishes, make all these plots and food.
But that alone is a blessing.
It is a blessing.
Feeding your family and feeding.
And if you have sisters or a mom or aunt, like it's really good bonding time for y'all to talk while y'all cooking and setting up. Like the vibes just be there. You know they say a woman is the one who makes the house a home. So just make sure you're fulfilling your role.
Make sure when you do it with love. Don't do it with the intentions of, oh my God.
Because people can read energy. You know,
it's not that what they're eating is gonna cause friction. You feel like that energy that you're putting into your food and these people are eating it is gonna come right back to you. Whether it be in an angry form, whether it be the way somebody's talking to you, it's gonna come back to you. So make sure when you're being a nurturer, when you're being a family woman, you're gathering the family and the friends together, put love into everything that you're doing. Don't be negative about it. Don't be angry about it because you're doing the work of Allah.
So if you and your family celebrate Ramadan and you are a woman, And if you are a Muslim or planning to be or whatever, just be prepared to wash some dishes and cook. But it's okay because you get blessings from it. And ultimately, when you see everybody sitting down and enjoying their meal, good. It's gonna make you feel
like, oh my God, my food
it's gonna
is
make you feel
good.
so
they
good.
Like,
oh my
food.
God,
they enjoy
everybody gonna be like, yes, mate.
They want to come to your house today. Every single day.
They want to be like, I want to come for Instagram. I'm like, yeah, come on.
Whenever, be open the doors for people to come in, be welcoming.
And we're actually going to touch on that next. So you can just go ahead and,
be welcoming and open the doors for new people to come. That's how you make more. That's how you meet more of Allah's people. That's how you become blessed more. Even those people just walking through your doors, you don't know who in that group is one of Allah's, desired or preferred men. You know what I mean? Like, that could be somebody that's like
a
big
to
worshiper,
Allah,
a big worshiper to Allah, and they just walk through your doors and you just fed them food, you just fed them knowledge, you just fed them love. Those blessings are going to come back to you in abundance, and you're going to see it. You're going to actually see that. So that's why I said always make sure you're opening and you open your arms to the outside world, whether it be a homeless person, whether it be even to the people that are evil to you. It's a month of forgiving.
Try to be closer to your family too. Like, definitely practice that, because Ramadan is literally about being, close to your family and being grateful. The biggest thing that you need to be grateful for in this life is literally your family members, because these are the people who've been around you your whole life. They didn't give up on you. They're still around. And if they're not, try to restore those relationships, because like I said,
life's too short.
Do one, teach one. You know what I'm saying? Like, after you do that, you will teach somebody else how to forgive that same way, how to be close to their family members, the value. I feel like this generation, we're losing the value of family. I know so many people who be like, I don't even talk to my mom. I don't even talk to my dad. I don't like those. What do you mean? Because if they really wanted it their way, baby, you could have been not here. You could have been what? You could have been suffering your whole life, going through, not eating. You wouldn't be, because guess what? There was a point in your life you didn't give yourself your first bath. You will not give yourself your last. So there was a point in time in life where you could not eat without them. You could not drink without them. You still even breathing and living. It is, of course, first and foremost because of Allah, but it's because of the people, what Allah bestowed upon the people who had you. Your mom did not have to take care of you. She could have malnutritioned you into the grave, but didn't allow that to happen. No matter how bad or not enough of a parent they may have been, regardless, you getting to the point where you can even think of that is because of them. So just be grateful and don't do it for them. Do it for your creator and do it for you. Because forgiveness is not for the other person, my lovelies. It's for you.
It's for you.
The next one was dressing more modest.
Yes.
Please don't have y'all cheeks out this month.
Yeah. Like I said, if you can't sacrifice 1 month of shenanigans, I don't know what to tell you, boo.
Baby, this whole month is about worship. We're fasting from food. Why do you have booty shorts on?
Like, for real.
How are you fasting? And are you ready to pray? The next prayer coming up, and like, all right, baby, you about to go get a scarf and a dress or something somewhere,
and take the wig off.
Take the wig off.
You can have an in style, but you better be taking it off every time.
When it's time to do wudu and purify yourself. Make sure that this month, like, you are all the excuses to why you couldn't last month. This month is the month of no excuses. Get it done. Make sure you're able to do wudu. Make sure you're able to fast. Make sure you're able to pray. Make sure you're able to do what you are supposed to do, because this is the only month of the year that is actually very much required upon you to dress modest and to be praying and handling yours. Enough said.
Yeah.
Spreading awareness and love, not only to family, but friends. So that just ties into what she was saying earlier about making sure that you are inviting people into your home and you are being open to, like, more dialogue and more love with your family, you know what I'm saying, and friends.
We learn from people every single day.
Definitely.
The more open you are, the more you're going to learn, because the more open-minded you are, the more you're allowing people to come in and share your space with them. The more they're going to feel free and comfortable to want to open up and talk to you. You never know what you can learn from a simple conversation. And don't feel like, oh my God, they're young, so they can't teach me nothing. And
you can learn something from a baby.
As long as you're still alive, you're going to be learning
until your death day.
So even for the little kids and the old ladies that be like, I can't learn from them. I've been on this earth longer than you. Baby, mommy, auntie, tanti.
Okay.
There's stuff going on this earth today that did not exist in your time. I can teach you more about my time than you can teach me about yours.
Okay.
So you gotta be open to that. Don't ever just feel like you two above or you two. Always humble yourself.
Call your friends, check on them, see how their Ramadan is doing, and make sure when the month starts, I guess this is going to be my next thing too, apologize to everyone the first day, the first week, find the time. Just apologize to everyone you're talking to, because you never know who holds. As humans, we're going to F up. We're going to upset people. We're going to make people mad. Sometimes we're not always conscious or aware that people are upset at us. We're not perfect. But just make sure you're putting that effort in to apologize to people, and make sure you're putting the effort in to talk to them and seek that forgiveness, because I'm not going to lie, the only deed that you cannot get into heaven with is debt. And someone being angry at you is some debt that you owe. Teach the children. Make sure you're telling children what Ramadan is. Not that they just have to starve themselves. Otherwise, that misconception gets spread.
It makes them not want to do it. It makes make Ramadan, make being a Muslima, make being a Muslim engaging. Don't don't shy people away from our religion. Bring them towards the religion.
Teach them, like, when they ask, don't be like, that was a stupid question, that was this. No, they genuinely make it. There's some stuff that I'm still learning.
And kids are like, people. You have to, kids, you kind of have, I don't want to say you have to bribe them, but you have to make it to the point where they understand why they're doing what they're doing. You know, tell them, like, look, you know, you wanted a toy car today. If you fast today, Allah gonna give you that toy car tomorrow.
Make sure you tell them Allah gonna give it to them. Because people now in this world, I'm peeping that a lot of people have God complexes, thinking that they can get stuff on their own with no God inside of them. Maybe you can't make nothing shake. Yeah, you cannot say, I want $1 million tomorrow, and then tomorrow you pop up with $1 million. It just don't work that way. Like, you gotta pray for it. You gotta really put that time in. When Allah sees your dependence on Him and your gratefulness and your dependence on Him, when He sees those things to be evident, He will give you more. So make sure you teach your kids that that's where they're getting it from. Not mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy just part of the helping and, you know, distributing. But as far as getting it done, Allah is the one who makes it happen.
And once you put into your kids that knowledge and love and that Islam that you're putting into your kids is what they're going to put back into the world. So if you're putting this negativity, Islam is this, Islam is that, that's exactly what they're going to teach their kids. And it's just going to keep lingering and keep going on.
Just keep going, and then all these kids gotta be already like children of believers, but gotta keep finding
I don't
religion.
Want to fast.
But they gotta keep.
I don't want to do it. You be like,
hey, my little brother,
my mom didn't teach
he was
me
like,
that.
May, can I break my fast? I'm like, you asking the wrong person. Go talk to God. He ain't gonna answer you. That means that.
But you know, one thing that I did tell my siblings is like, okay, if y'all have little brothers and sisters, you know, some of us are older sisters and older brothers. So if you do have older brothers and sisters, don't make them like, I would say my sister is about, 10? I tell her, look, on the weekends, you can go ahead and fast. But the days that you got to go to school, don't suffer yourself like that. Like, don't starve yourself, because that makes them not be able to focus on what they're doing in class. And to that point, the hunger is causing them to not focus anymore. So, you know, the weekends that they start doing it, and then the next year you can up it up a bit. Okay, now you can start doing 3 days.
It's a process, baby steps, especially when you're a child, a toddler, children. Yeah. 8 is really when you're supposed to get them to start practicing. Yeah. So that's what Islam says is 8. So just, you know, keep that in mind and be mindful.
Just teach them little baby steps, just steps
little baby steps. Teach the kids, bro.
Baby
teach
steps.
them why they do.
Example.
The why is important. Make sure you guys are putting the why out there, because there's no reason to do it if you don't understand why. So the next one, it kind of going is it. Make sure you're expanding your own knowledge this month. Read the book, read the Quran, and make sure you listen to the imams, watch the YouTube videos, do what you gotta do this month. Learn more, understand more. As Muslims, you will never stop learning why. You will never stop.
Allah definitely ask you, why didn't you? Don't be like, baby, I didn't know.
You're gonna be like, I didn't know. I didn't have the knowledge. I gave you the knowledge. You should have figured it out, baby.
I didn't even give you the knowledge. I gave you everything that you needed to attain the knowledge.
Every tool to find the knowledge. But if you don't seek it for yourself, you will never know. Imagine saying, I didn't know that. You didn't try to know that, baby.
And we have access to so much. There's so many ways that you can learn. You can learn from a friend. You can learn just sitting while y'all on TikTok.
Let me tell you something. You're gonna be hanging out with your friends. Make sure that you try to hang out around the friends that are kind of doing the same thing you are. And you can even invite the ones who are not. They can learn something too. And y'all can sit, like, I swear, me and her and our other couple of friends, we just sit all day talking about Islamic stuff. And I swear, it literally makes time fly. And while you're fasting, everything that make time fly is a yes. 2, it just deepens your love for, the religion.
It makes me self-reflect a lot.
It makes you self-reflect. Yup.
I self-reflect a lot. Like, dang, how did I not think like this when I was? But you know what? In life, like I said, it's baby steps. Every year that you take, you learn something new, and you apply that to your life that you're, heading to. So I'm not gonna say that I'm regretful for any of the decisions that I made. I'm just thankful to Allah that He allowed me the opportunity to be able to learn more and to, fix and right my wrongs. So.
And when you talk to other people, like from a psychological standpoint, when you talk to others, do you realize that you are indirectly speaking to yourself, re-educating yourself? Because it was like, damn, I know that, but I just did this the other day. I need to stop. You check yourself too when you check others. So that's why I say humble yourself, because sometimes the advice that somebody's giving you, they're not telling you, you need to be better. I don't do this. No, they're telling you, we need to do better. This is how it's supposed to be.
Honestly, somebody who's not sitting there telling you that you're not doing something right, baby, they don't love you. Baby, they is not your friend. Yeah, baby, they don't need to be around you. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you cannot have nobody around you that is encouraging you to do things that you know.
Or they're not trying to educate you when they know better. You want me to watch you fail because I want you to like me? That doesn't make sense.
I'm just not.
What kind of friend? That means I don't like you. I just want you to like me, but I don't like you.
Know what you I'm not trying to teach you. Know what you know, the circle of people that you keep around you, because that is also feeding you. That's what you're feeding yourself. These people that you keep around you are what you're feeding yourself. Definitely. So if you are around negative people that are doing negative things, you're feeding that negative energy right back into you, and that's what you're going to spit back out into the world. So
just make sure to be mindful, especially this month. Just be mindful of that. Make sure you're thinking of others and trying to learn yourself, and not being too arrogant to the point where you think you can't learn more. You can always learn more. Always listen to the people around you, and stop thinking that you know it all. Yeah. Done. So to close this out, I just wanted to ask, what are some goals you have this Ramadan, sis?
So for myself, like I said, I am just trying to strengthen my iman. I am trying to mend the rough patches and the rough relationships that I have. And also at the end of the day, I'm just trying to become a better worshiper and a better Muslim for not only myself, but I have a lot of brothers and sisters. So I need to make sure that I'm setting the example and showing them the way.
So some of my goals this month is, like I touched on today, just expanding my own knowledge in the religion, and making sure I am being more conscious of my remembrance of Allah and a lot of things, because I feel like I have all these things that I want to do in life, and now I'm practicing talking to God about everything, making God my friend. Like, I'm practicing really just being more engageful with my Creator, because it's like, how am I supposed to get it otherwise? So I'm just trying to be more conscious of the decisions I make, the thoughts and the plans that I set out for myself. I'm trying to just be more conscious of my Creator. Is there any advice you have for the women and the men watching this video on how to strengthen their iman, something that you learn to really make a change this Ramadan?
Having peace within yourself is what makes you have peace with everything else around you. Like, definitely. I had to learn that I gotta be at peace with myself first. I'm over here mad at the world and mad at all these excruciating factors of the outside world. It is causing me to be frustrated with everybody else, but it's just like, I have to learn that I need to be.
It's when you say it, you just be like,
it's really, that's how it really affects me. Like, everything on the outside can really affect you, and you really have to learn how to be at peace.
You gotta be real conscious about what's going on.
In order for you to be peaceful on the outside, you can't be peaceful if you're not peaceful with yourself. There's no way. I mean, it's just like, don't be mad at the world. Don't be mad at nobody else. Just like I said, I always say, Alhamdulillah. Be thankful for everything that you have. Be thankful for all the negative, even all the negative things that you.
Okay.
My car just broke down.
Maybe it could have been worse. You could have got hit by a car and died.
Oh my God, I could have lost a limb. Just be thankful that it just went that way. That's just the way that Allah planned it to be. I know that a lot of us are going through rough times and rough patches with jobs, with school, with homes and marriages and kids. Just have sabr.
Sabr means patience, y'all.
Because I'm learning that myself day in, day out. I'll be ready to just pull my hair out.
I'll be ready to.
But I swear, the only thing that gets me back in self-centered is thinking about Allah. So that would be my advice to my Muslim brothers and sisters: is just Just be patient and have peace within yourself. Learn to have peace within yourself. Fix yourself before you're trying to fix somebody else outside.
One piece of advice I would give just the men and the women for how to change, how to be a better Muslim and how to really make a change this month is honestly self-reflection. Make sure that you're whenever you get mad or whenever something's going on, check yourself first. I'm going to say this has been helping me a lot this month. Make sure y'all just checking yourself, because it's like sometimes a lot of situations are not the situation. It's more so just how you're viewing it. Like some situations don't actually have to be that deep, y'all. And I'm saying that to y'all, but I'm saying it to myself too. Like, it's never that deep.
Everything that we're saying
is never that deep.
Is coming.
Everything we say into this video, I'm literally talking to myself too. It's never that deep, ever. No situation. Somebody make you mad. Somebody cut you off on the highway. But maybe you just got saved from an accident. You don't even know.
It's safe to say that you're still human, though. So you are going to have emotions.
But just remember to always look back at yourself and not be so blameful. This month, I'm also practicing that, not blaming everything. I don't blame anything anymore. I don't place blame. I just say, this is what Allah had willed for me. I will make it through. Because when you're stressing, it doesn't change the circumstance. You don't change the circumstance, you make it worse, and you stress yourself out more. And none of that goes into fixing the problem. So let's just self-reflect more, see what we're doing and what we could do differently, how we could view things differently. And ultimately, you will see a change. Not only if it's not in the circumstance, it's in your own attitude about the circumstance. So yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, sis, I think we covered a lot. We may have not covered everything.
This is just an opening. So y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and follow May. Please. And make sure you get.
And I'm gonna put her stuff in underneath too.
I'm just a regular individual, y'all. So you can be more than welcome.
I'm a regular individual.
My life is just basic. Like, I ain't got no podcast and nothing going on.
She ain't got no podcast, but it definitely ain't basic over here. She lying. But anyway, thank you so much for coming on my video. Please, you guys, make sure you guys are following Ummu, and I think she'll see the comments too, and I'm gonna respond back to whatever I see.
Feedback is definitely welcome.
For real, teach us something. You know what I'm saying? This channel is called Let's Dig Deep for a reason, because I ain't gonna never be as deep as I need to be. I need everybody else to help me dig deeper. I need people like Ummu to get on here and help me dig deeper. So let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for tuning in. And yes, see y'all in the next one. Salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
يسيل على مصحفي به يصل الله صوف من أتى